Animals and Friends, the show about animals in the community and the people who love them. My name is Julie Bank, and I am today's host, and with me is two co-hosts. We have French Fry and Popcorn. As you can see, they are squirmy little guys that need a new family. Now, we are happy that you have joined us today, and we have lots to share with you, including July 4th pet tips. We're also going to learn about kitties, since it is Adopt a Kitty Month, and a whole lot more. I'm going to send you right now over to Preston, who has a beautiful dog named Inez for you to meet. Send it away.
Thanks, Julie. I'm here with Inez. She is a sweet little Chihuahua mix. She's about 8 years old. She's one of our wallflowers, meaning she's a little shy at first, but as soon as she gets to know you, she's just a love bug. She wants to be held all day, sit in your lap, be pet, and she's available for adoption now at the Pasadena Humane Society.
Preston, Inez looks like the perfect traveling dog. I just want to put her in a purse and take her shopping with me on the weekend. You can have her go shopping with you today as well. Adopt her today. Now, we have a special guest with us. It's the time of the year where baby wild animals come out in droves, and we wanted to talk to you about them and how you can stay safe around them. With me, we have Rebecca Barboza. She's from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. Welcome to our set.
Oh, well, thank you for having me.
We are so happy to have you here. First, tell us a little bit about you. What do you do at the Fish and Wildlife?
Well, I'm a wildlife biologist. I've been with the department for the past 18 years.
Wow.
My specialty is large mammals, but basically I deal with anything with fur and feathers.
So we hear so much about the Fish and Wildlife Department. I'd love for you to tell us a little bit about what you do in the community and what your role is.
The Department of Fish and Wildlife is the steward agency for wildlife in California. That means that we manage wildlife for the people, and we set the rules and regulations that guide our actions and the public's actions as well as it pertains to wildlife.
So in our part of the world, we see a lot of different wild animals. We're so close to the mountains and we have beautiful weather. What type of animals do people normally call you about, and what are the issues that you see that they're facing?
Well, this time of year in particular, springtime, we get a lot of calls about concerns about orphaned wildlife, or what people perceived as orphaned wildlife. And I don't want to go into a lot of detail about the code and the regulations and the laws, but basically it's unlawful for someone to take or possess a wild animal in the state of California.
Now, most people don't know that, and that happens
Right.
a lot, right? People find babies and they pick them up and do something. What should they do if they find a baby on the ground?
Well, we get a variety of calls this time of year, particularly being spring. The most common question that we get right now is, what do I do if I see an orphaned animal? For instance, if a baby bird falls out of the nest. The best thing to do in that situation is, if you know which nest it came from, is to immediately scoop it up, put it back into that nest, and then leave the area so that you're not being a distraction, to allow the adults to come back and care for that animal. What you don't want to do is take that baby in and try and nurse it back to health yourself if you feel like it's unhealthy. If you do have concerns about the health or the welfare of a baby bird that's fallen out of the nest, you can contact a wildlife rehabilitator, and they can take it from there. We also get a lot of questions, particularly because we live in the foothills,
Right.
a lot of questions about abandoned fawns. Now, with deer, the female, the doe, teaches the fawn to stay perfectly still and in one spot while she's out feeding.
Oh,
and that can be
interesting.
for hours and hours, that can be all day.
So do people think they're injured or hurt because of that?
Exactly. And unless you have some sort of tracking mechanism, or if you have eyes on that fawn all day long, there's really no way of knowing whether or not it's orphaned, and chances are it's not an orphan. So the best thing to do, if it appears to be in good body condition, good health, just leave it alone.
Which is so hard for people, because people want to do the right thing and help these animals, and somewhat what we're saying is a little contradictory to that, right? When in their brain. So
exactly,
what would you say to them about how important it is to do that?
To leave them alone. Well, if you pick that animal up, even if you take it to a licensed wildlife rehabilitator, you're actually separating that baby from its mother.
Right.
And so it's going to be raised in captivity for a while, and it's going to be released without the benefit of the training that that female provides. Plus, when a wildlife rehabilitator releases that animal, they don't know exactly where the female is. So we tried to release them in the nearest spot to where it was found, but that's not always possible. If it was in someone's backyard, we can't release it back there. So chances are very high that it will not survive on its own, even after rehabilitation.
So the message there is leave them alone.
Yes.
Right. Okay, well, we can't talk about wildlife in the foothills without talking about the predator type wildlife.
Exactly.
The coyotes and the bears. To Pasadena Humane, we get a lot of calls on that. I'm assuming you do as well.
Exactly.
What would you say about those animals?
Yeah.
And how to live safely around them?
Exactly. They're a fact of life in the foothills of the San Gabriel Mountains. The bear population has more than tripled statewide over the past 25 years.
And why is that?
Back in the 1920s, the California grizzly bear was extirpated. And so slowly they've been migrating, or slowly they've been widening their range towards Southern California over those years. And the bears that were already in Southern California have discovered the urban interface, the wildland.
So they've discovered the food and the opportunity to forage and all that kind of stuff, right?
Exactly. So what we believe is happening is there's so many 24-hour availability of food and shelter and water for these animals. We believe that there's sort of an artificial impact on the population, creating an artificially large population in the foothills. Deep in the woods, normally what happens is if there's lower resources and that female doesn't have the fat stores over winter, then she's going to abort any fetus that she might have. In the winter, in Southern California, they don't necessarily hibernate. They have plenty of food year-round. So we see twins, triplets, even more, and they all survive to adulthood.
So you're describing what happens when we have urban issues with food, water, trash. Same thing with coyotes, right?
Exactly.
So give us just 2 tips and maybe a website that people can go to so that they can learn more about how to stay safe around these animals. Because I know often there's a lot of fear, and we want to try to mitigate some of that fear.
Exactly.
So what can they do really quickly? What can they do, and where can they go to get more info?
The best thing to do is to minimize or remove any attractants that might bring them to your yard. That could be anything from bird feeders. Bird feeders have natural seeds and types of foods that bears would normally eat. Fruit trees, avocado trees, that's their candy. So harvest your fruits. Keep
Feeding
your
outdoor cats.
Yes, yes. Do not encourage feral cats because that will bring in their predators. Keeping garbage containers secure and in an enclosed area like a garage until trash pickup. If you see one of these animals, the best thing to do is what we call haze it, and that just merely means scare it away. And a lot of times, you can carry with you something, something loud, a noisemaker, a can full of change. You can carry an air horn that you can get at any sporting goods store. Yell at it. Most of the time, this animal is going to run away. A lot of times, people say, "Well, I tried that, and the animal just stared at me." Well, that animal is trying to figure out what's going on.
Right.
And so that doesn't necessarily mean it's being aggressive. In that case, the best thing to do is just back away and just leave it alone, and it'll leave on its own.
So I know you have a lot more tips on the state website. What is that website address, email address, so people can get to it? Or the website, sorry.
Our website is www.wildlife.ca.gov. And there is a section on our homepage that says Problems with Wildlife.
Perfect.
If you click
Click
on
right
that,
there and-
it will lead you to a whole page of links that deal with everything from what to do with injured, sick, orphaned wildlife to living with wildlife harmoniously.
Perfect. Well, I'm so thankful that you came and gave us just a snapshot of information about living in harmony with wildlife. The Pasadena Humane Society is thrilled to work in partnership with you guys. We are one of those licensed wildlife rehabilitators. We also have a hotline that people can call for more information, and you can also visit our website if you need more information on living with wildlife. But thank you again, and we appreciate you being here, and I can listen to you for hours talk about bears and why they're here. So
I could talk about it for
we'll
hours.
have you come back another time and talk more about that. But thank you so much for coming today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
So much to learn about living in harmony with wildlife in our community. Visit PasadenaHumane.org for more information. But now I'd like to send you over to Joan, who's going to introduce you to a beautiful kitty named Letty.
Hi everyone, this is Letty. She is a 1-year-old gray and white tabby who came to the Pasadena Humane Society a few weeks ago. She is available for adoption. She is super sweet and social. Our volunteers report that she purrs, makes biscuits, and just seeks attention all day long. She's looking for a quiet, loving home where she can just lounge on your couch and watch TV with you all day. Come by and visit her at the Pasadena Humane Society.
Thanks, Joan, for introducing us to Letty. She's really sweet and needs a new home today. Now, cats, cats, and more cats. It's Adopt a Cat Month, and we want to share more information about the beautiful creatures that share our lives.
Hey guys, so my name is Isabel and I'm one of the adoptions counselors here at the Pasadena Humane Society and SPCA. We are currently in room 3 of our Neely Cat Center, and I'm just going to take some time, show you around, and show you some cute cats. This is Oreo, haha, little black and white girl. She came in with her sister and they are both 3 months old. They love playing, running, jumping, doing all the typical cat stuff. But she also loves to kind of settle down in your arms and fall asleep and cuddle. So we're leaving cat room 3 over to cat room 2. It's gonna be one of 3 rooms that we have here with adoptable cats. Let's head on over and see who's available. Hi babies. Hi. Oh, you guys are sweethearts. Hi. Who's a good boy? Go ahead, go. Jump, jump, jump. Good boys. We are currently in our cat communal room, and it's just a really nice getaway for some of our older cats so they can kind of get a little bit more comfortable. They get to socialize amongst themselves. And this is one of our rooms where an entire wall is made out of glass. So you're always welcome to come in, kind of sit and look at them. They are some really, really sweet cats. They're just looking for a slow, loving home. This is Gracie. She is one of our older gals here. She spends her time in the cat communal room, kind of lounging about, taking cuddles wherever she can. She's definitely a big, big fan of nap time. Hi, baby girl. We are in cat room number 1. This is gonna be our last stop for today. I just want to take a really, really quick moment to remind you, if you have any kind of interest in adopting a cat, a dog, maybe even a rabbit, check out our website at PasadenaHumane.org. All of our available adoptable pets are listed there. Or if you want to come in, just take a stroll through our kennel, see if anybody catches your eye. You can definitely sit down with any counselor, including me, and just talk about behavior, medical, anything that might make it a better fit for you and your family. So hopefully we see you guys soon.
Okay, don't tell my dogs, but my cat is my favorite at my house. If you come and adopt one today, you're going to have a favorite too. Right now I'm going to send you over to Preston, who's going to introduce you to a beautiful brindle mixed breed dog that needs a new family.
Thanks, Julie. I'm here this time with Bobby, a 3-year-old Belgian Malinois. She's super sweet, loves to be pet, particularly loves belly rubs. And she's a little overweight, as you can see, so she could definitely use a bit of a diet and some good walks, but she'll make a fantastic companion, and she's available for adoption now at the Pasadena Humane Society.
That is a beautiful dog to share your home. Come adopt him today. Now, each year, the Pasadena Humane Society has the honor of participating in an event called the San Marino Motor Classic. It's a fun, beautiful day with cars and activities and animals, and you're going to learn more by watching this video.
Hello, I'm Aaron Weiss, chairman of the San Marino Motor Classic, a concourse-level car show to be held June 11th in Lacey Park, San Marino. The San Marino Motor Classic is a concourse-level car show. We'll have over 300 cars in 30 classes. Everything from turn-of-the-century brass to supercars that were built only in the last couple of years. We plan to have approximately 40 vendors selling all kinds of goods from jewelry to automotive books and art. And we also plan to have this Pasadena Humane Society and their Adopt a Pet van there. In addition, Wells Fargo is bringing their stagecoach, and the Automobile Driving Museum in El Segundo will be offering free rides in vintage cars around the perimeter of the park. We invite everyone to bring their dogs on leash to the park. Tickets may be purchased online, or they can be bought through the Pasadena Humane Society. Funds raised from the San Marino Motor Classic are donated to the Pasadena Humane Society and to various other charities throughout the San Gabriel Valley. So we invite all of you to come down on June 11th between the hours of 9 and 3 to Lacey Park in San Marino and enjoy the day.
The San Marino Motor Classic is really a fun day, and our Wiggle Waggle Wagon will be there filled with adoptable animals. So cars and animals, what better day can you have? Come down and join us. Now, July 4th is right around the corner, and it is a scary time of the year for animals in the community. We want to make sure that your animals stay safe, so we're going to send you over to Jessica for some July 4th pet tips.
Hi everyone, it's almost 4th of July and Pee-wee and I are here today to talk to you about some safety tips for you and your pets. While 4th of July can be an awesome, fun time to celebrate for people, it can actually be a very scary time for our dogs and cats. Make sure that you properly prepare yourselves by having a secure collar on your dogs and cats, making sure that you have an ID tag and a microchip. It's really important to keep your animals indoors with all windows and doors securely closed and blinds down to prevent a panic and your pet trying to escape. While many of us want to involve our dogs in our family fun, it's highly recommended that you don't actually take them with you to the firework displays. It can be really helpful to also purchase some calming aids and remedies, such as lavender oil, rescue remedy, maybe even put a thunder shirt on your dog, or play some classical music or white noise while you're away. If your pet does end up getting out and getting lost, then please do check our shelter daily and our website hourly so that we can make sure you get reunited with your loved one. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a fun, safe and relaxed 4th of July.
We want to make sure that animals stay in your home instead of coming into the shelter on July 4th. So visit PasadenaHumane.org for more July 4th pet tips. But now I'm going to send you over to Joan, who is a beautiful white bunny waiting to hop into your home.
Hi everyone, this is Serena. She came to the Pasadena Humane Society a couple months ago. Her and her siblings were unfortunately abandoned here at the shelter, but our volunteers have worked with her tremendously with her socialization. We found out that she loves kale, she loves to chew on stick, and most importantly, she loves to be groomed. Come by and visit her today at the Pasadena Humane Society.
Serena is a beautiful rabbit and has a beautiful name too, so please come and adopt her today. Now, each month we bring you a Kids for Animals activity that you can do with your child to make a difference in the lives of animals. Today, we are going to learn about dog toys and how you can make them. Chris, show us how.
Hi, I'm Chris, the Humane Education Coordinator here at the Pasadena Humane Society, and with me today is Julie, one of our Kids for Animals. Kids for Animals is the Pasadena Humane Society's community engagement program designed for kids and young adults under the age of 18 to get more involved with animals. Now, Julie, do you have pets at home?
Yeah.
You do. And what pets do you have at home?
Dogs, cats, and fish.
Oh, perfect. What's your favorite thing about dogs?
That they're energetic.
Excellent answer. So today, we're actually going to be making a craft for dogs, a dog tug toy. Okay? So what we're going to do first, Julie, is we're going to make sure that we have all the right materials. Okay? So the first material we're going to use is a lightweight fleece material. Second, you're going to use a pair of scissors. And then finally, you're going to have either a ruler or, if you have it, a yardstick. So once you have all the materials, you're actually going to measure out your fleece. And for the dog tug toys, you're going to make sure that the width is about 3 to 4 inches wide and about 2 to 3 feet long. So we want to make sure that this is nice and long. So once we have all of those cut out, we're going to go ahead and make sure to tie the top of all 3 pieces together. So we want to make sure it's nice and tough. So Julie, can you see if everything is nice and tight on that?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So the reason we do that is we want to make sure that when we give these to the dogs, the fleece doesn't unravel. So once you have it tied at the top, you're going to do a simple braid all the way down until you reach the bottom of the fleece, and you're going to do the same thing at the bottom as you did at the top, and you're going to tie it all together nice and tight. Okay? So when you end up with the final product, you're going to end up with something like this. And this is a very simple tug toy that I made.
Or if you're more advanced, you can make something like this.
Perfect. For more information or instructions about this craft or any of the other crafts that we have available, please visit our website at pasadenahumane.org/kids.
Thanks, Chris. I'm going to take this one home to my dogs, and I know that they're going to have a lot of fun. Now, each month we bring to you activities and events where you can participate in making a difference in the lives of animals and learning more. Right now, I'm going to share with you some of the events that are happening in the month of June, starting with our Pet Parent 101. Are you considering adopting a pet or have recently adopted one? Our Pet Parent 101 workshop is the perfect place for you to learn more about basic dog and cat care. This month is going to be held on Saturday, June 29th from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. at the Pasadena Humane Society. It's free, no RSVP required, but please leave your pets at home. Earlier, you learned about the San Marino Motor Classic. The Motor Classic is the premier regional automotive exhibition in the San Gabriel Valley, featuring a broad array of more than 200 mint-condition motor cars that span more than a century of automotive style. A portion of the proceeds from the event will support the Pasadena Humane Society and SPCA. It's going to be held on Sunday, June 10th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Lacey Park in San Marino. You can purchase tickets at the Pasadena Humane Society. Are you a beer drinker? Come to our monthly Pints for Paws. This month it's going to be held at Stone Brewery. Enjoy an evening at this local brewery in support of the animals at the Pasadena Humane Society. It's going to be held on Thursday, June 14th from 6 to 9 p.m. Are you a kid who has super senses? Come join us at the Animal Adventures, Animal Super Senses. Did you know that a dog's sense of smell is at least 1,000 times better than humans? In this hands-on workshop, your child will learn how different species of animals develop super senses to help them survive. This month's program is for children ages 8 through 12, and it's going to be held on Saturday, June 23rd from 1 to 2:30 p.m. Looking to add a new furry friend to your family? The Pasadena Humane Society will hold its 5th annual Free Adoption Day. Animal fees for all available animals, including dogs, cats, rabbits, birds, pocket pets, and reptiles, will be waived thanks to generous donations. We're looking forward to seeing you there. Please come to this event and all the other events that we talked about. You can learn more at pasadenahumane.org. It's been really fun sharing the stage with Popcorn and French Fry. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we look forward to seeing you next month.